Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Well, this is a video that I'm making not as a response because it's not an open tag, but Tom just showed all of his electrician knives or TL-29 type knives. And these are my TL-29 knives. None of them are an actual TL-29. So I kind of tend to think of the electrician knife as a TL-29 in civilian clothes. So there you go. And then the TL-29 has a very storied past. It was adopted in 1915 as the Tool Linesman number 29. So it was developed for the military and was issued to all kinds of commo guys, and was just a knife that lots of soldiers and sailors, airmen and Marines all had access to. It was just a fantastic knife. Uh, Let me look at this first one, and we'll kind of go over the pattern. Usually it has a bail of some type. This is from Klein, and so this is, I don't know when it was made, so we'll look at the tank stamp, but it is an EE Klein Tools, Chicago, USA. So you got the nice spear point, as you can see, nice and scratched up because this one has seen some use. And then you get a liner lock, and this is a screwdriver blade, and this is kind of it's partially sharpened for stripping wire and stuff like that. But this is, basically how your TL-29 or electrician's knife would be. So I have some from different manufacturers and stuff, and we'll just go over that real quick. This is an old timer. This is from the first year of the Taylor and Company one. So you have Schrade Tough, and then you have on the back of it Schrade China '05. So this was first made in 2005, and so this, I think this stamp is only on the first year production of the old timers made in China. And you see the model number there, the 2165 OT. And what was unique about this one was that instead of the screwdriver tool, you had this tool for stripping Romex cable. And this is quite sharp edge. And you had this little piece that would get in underneath the jacket, and you could slice open the jacket without cutting the wires underneath. Very interesting, very cool and different knife. I didn't know what this was for at first. I had a little series on it called the mystery knife when I first got it. Really cool knife. As you can see, this one was basically new in the box, and had a completely different old timer shield. I have another old timer here, and we'll take a look at that as well. Then we had this one here. Oh, sorry. Grab our main blade so we can see. This is the Camillus. This is my X-Lite. This is actually my first electrician's knife that I was issued this in a toolkit from a company I worked for. This is the very first one that I ever had. I've used it some, carried it some, loved it, and this was my very first video was on this knife. So I still love it, still has great snap. This was made in the 90s by Camillus, but it has some of the things. There's all kinds of videos on TL-29s and their construction. You can see the back springs are uneven and stuff, and that was really kind of common for the era. They were not made to a very high standard. These were just meant to be just a straight up working knife, and that is it. Here is an old timer. This is also made in China. Also has the hawk bill instead of the main blade, but I wanted this one because it does have the screwdriver blade, and I wanted it as a companion to the other old timer. So you have a couple of different ones. Let's see, the model number on this one is the 159 OT. So as you can tell, that one with the Romex stripper has a completely different model number. This one here I believe, is the other Exolite. This was sent to me by Stuart Harvey, and this is a Colonial, but with the Exolite tool sets, I guess they have a Colonial knife being done here. And as you can see, this one was in 2016, I believe, with Providence, Rhode Island. Of course, I come out here and didn't bring my glasses at all, but that's par for the course. As you see, the screwdriver is a little bit shorter on this model. You have this big cutout. It is not sharpened at all, but you do have a pretty good sharpened edge. I mean, almost just this is like the only portion that is not sharpened. The rest of that is, but you know, again, really good knife, USA made, Colonial. I have another Colonial here, and this was from the Michigan Farm Bureau. I found this in a antique store, and so this was a Colonial, and here is the tank stamp on that, Providence, USA. And I'm sure this was just a one of those things you buy an insurance policy, and you got this neat knife. You know, so this one is different because this edge is not sharpened at all, or else whoever used it used the dickens out of this. I mean, it's got a little bit of an edge, a little bit of a grab, but much larger portion that is not a sharpened edge. Your sharp edge actually starts down here, you know, below the, I guess the angle that would make up the tip of the screwdriver. But again, really cool knife. And then this is my latest acquisition. This is a Queen electrician's knife, and this one is very much well used. When I first got it, I had to kind of peen this. This blade is tight now, but when I first got it, man, this thing would go back and forth, but it actually is pretty good. Here is the tank stamp, and from what I can tell, the Queen USA like that, this knife was made from 1977 to 1983. It looks like somebody put some cold bluing on the knife edge, the back springs, the screwdriver as well. Not a lot of snap in this one, but I didn't expect that for a user, but I just kind of wanted it because it's a Queen knife and it was made in the USA, and you're not going to get much, and so it kind of fit into a couple things because I collect Queen knives, I collect the Electrician's knives, so you know, it was definitely something that was relevant to my collection, you know. So again, just a really interesting knife. Now I got a couple of honorable mentions here, and I have a couple of these. This is also a Klein. Here's the AA on it, and so you get this nice little ram's foot blade, and again, an electrician type blade, has the easy open notch, has the bail for it. So just a really cool knife. I saw Terry's Knives and Man Stuff had one of these in his pocket earlier this week, you know, so definitely something good. Here is another variation of that, also a Klein, but this one has a liner lock on it. So this one just has a model number. It doesn't say, you know, I guess that would be it. The H12 would be the series, because some of these, like the EEs and the AAs and stuff like that, it all relates to the year, you know. So this came to me from J.W. Greenbaum, you know. So this was, oh, sorry, I didn't mean to hit the camera. This was a little cool little gift that he sent. And then we have this one here, which says "Be prepared," and this is just a little lockback that has the screwdriver tool. This is a Marbles, and this was basically a radioman's you know, tool, and so you had the really nice burl wood that I thought, you know, that made it really cool. And then it's a lockback, so kind of a really neat folding tool, but definitely falls into the realm of, you know, what this kind of stuff covers. And then I'm going to give an honorable mention to what I feel is the modern TL-29, and that's the Milwaukee Fastback, the 1505, because you have the blade and you have the screwdriver, you know. So I think, and of course you get the reversible bit. So I think of everything that's gone before, you know, this would have been, you know, the beginning of this kind or style of tool or whatever, and this is the modern interpretation. Of course, you know, with the pocket clip and a bottle opener and storage for extra blades in there. So I think that this definitely is something that could perform the same role as these guys, but in a modern package. But let me know what you think. Let me know if you think the Milwaukee fits into this philosophy of a tool or not, and how you feel about electrician's knives and all that kind of stuff. But this is my collection. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one. Take it easy, guys.